So you guys may not have heard of this game yet, but it is called Farm Folks, and it is a game that is in development right now. I believe it has been in development for quite a few years, probably 5 or 6, and the developers have been making constant updates to it, being very involved with their community, talking to them about the things that they can change, including but not limited to, recently, breast physics, Jiggle physics to be more exact, as they made a post in which they asked their community on Twitter, "All right, folks, it's time for some serious game development talk. We're tinkering with character physics in Farm Folks. Burning question, which version has the perfect breast Jiggle physics?" Now, I remember seeing this post. It actually got a lot of views at the time. I believe it has been deleted since then. From this picture alone, it shows that it has about 697,000 views. Of course, the tweet does not exist anymore, so there's no real telling how viral it went, but I can guarantee you it was getting a lot of attention. Now, how come? Most of that attention was actually positive, with gamers from all over who care about removing censorship from video games like Stellar Blade, and they were coming out in support of this developer and their game, saying, "This is a very cheeky and interesting post. This has me interested in the game now." And a bunch of people were joining their Discord, asking them questions in their Q&A channel. Unfortunately, they also got a plethora of negative comments as well, both on Twitter and in their Discord alone. And this resulted in them putting out an apology that a lot of people saw as half-baked or catering to the mob, bending the knee to the mob. I do think that in some way this apology is bending the knee to people that don't even play their game and just hate them as a developer regardless of what they say, which I will show proof of from their own Discord. First, we have to read this apology letter after they posted this video that showed different types of Jiggle physics on the breast of a female character in their cozy farm game. Now, this is a farm game. I have not played farm games since, I don't know, Farmville back in like 2007 or 8 on like Facebook. I barely remember farm games. I don't play farm simulators usually, but I do know that they're supposed to be generally relaxing and fun. And now that new information has come to light about this situation and why this post was made, I'm more on the sides of the developers for trying to post some tongue-in-cheek post about Jiggle physics, because it is a popular topic right now. Stellar Blade is being attacked and praised for those exact things, Jiggle physics, right now. So in a way, I believe that this was a smart play to get people to pay attention to your game, and it seems that they did get a lot of attention, not just from their post here for 700,000 views, but also for their apology that has also hit 700,000 views. I'm going to read it to you guys now because it does play into what we're going to talk about a little bit later in the video. "Hey folks, we'd like to address a recent post where we came to our community asking for feedback. Our intent is always to connect and grow with our players, but it's clear that we really missed the mark on our recent community feedback post. For that, we all sincerely apologize. We had received concerns about the female player model's breast physics in the past, and we thought we should ask the community what felt more appropriate. Unfortunately, this crossed a line, according to just a few people. We try to foster a welcoming community, and the post and subsequent replies made many of our community members uncomfortable and alienated," which I will also show you, because some of the complaints I've seen is that some comments are from incel right-wingers, and they're uncomfortable with the fact that these people find the breast physics appealing. So they're all getting super offended, but they said the reply it made about 150% physics was also inappropriate, and we apologize for that. We are taking the necessary steps to learn from this, and we're committed to doing better moving forward. Now, a lot of people were upset about this apology because many people, and I do understand where they're coming from, they say that this is bending the knee to the mob, and in some ways, I do believe that it is them doing just that. Savvy says, "Dang fam, never apologize for the memes and good times. Still looking forward to checking out the game though. Be glad your post did attract new eyes." Now, I have taken a look at the game and some of the gameplay. It doesn't look all that bad. You know, it's not really my type of game because it's a farm simulator. I'm not really that kind of a player. I love competitive games and RPG games, but this game doesn't look half bad. I mean, it's been in development for quite some time, but it seems like the developers are really engaged in their community from what I've seen on their Discord. Now, Cook says you shouldn't apologize considering that more than half the people who complained aren't your fans and were never going to buy the game in the first place. Now, what's interesting about this apology is what I found in the Discord. Now, I posted something just a bit ago saying what people people may not realize is that the CEO of Farm Folk's game was harassed yesterday for most of the afternoon by people who don't even care about the game, resulting in the half-baked apology. I've actually had Cooks respond to this, saying that he checked maybe the first 7 accounts of people who were still nagging about the Jiggle Physics tweet, saying that the damage was done or that they were glad about the apology. I searched for the terms Farm Folks and farming on their accounts, and 0 tweets showed up. None of them ever intended to buy or play the game. So many of the people who commented on that post from Farm Folk Games have never posted about the game prior or even shown interest in the game prior to the day that they posted their comments. So many of these people don't even care about the game, and I've seen the same thing in their Discord, which may have actually resulted in the big apology letter that you guys see today. I have another comment reinforcing what I have discovered by Melonprod, who said this: I've been in the server since yesterday watching it all go down. Cancel Pigs came in, demanded an apology, and then conveniently found excuses why it wasn't enough, and said they wouldn't buy the game. A few still have stuck around just to argue with people, but many have left. And then Melonprod goes on to say many gay, female, and trans members of the server logged on last night to find it in flames and were enraged because they had already had internal discussions about the tone of the tweet and liked it. Then groups like Black Girl Gamers seem to have been behind alerting the horde, but it's not just that, it's a bunch of cancel pigs who never even cared in the first place. This is from the CEO of the developer who is making this Farm Folk game, and this was in response to some of the backlash they got in Discord from people joining after everybody saw that viral post about the Jiggle Physics. So he says, "Hi guys, first of all, if our post in some shape or form offended you, it was never our intention, and we work hard to put smiles on our fans' faces. It seems like our latest post triggered a lot of negative emotions, and I want to explain the reasoning behind it. We invest a lot of energy and effort into the game, and we want it to be beautiful and immersive. We pay attention to a lot of details such as character interactions with the world, how they react to water, leaving footprints on sand, how hair and backpacks move, and so on. To us, it felt natural to apply physics to breasts, and I do believe that that is something natural that you have to implement when you're making realistic characters or trying to create some form of realism in a make-believe video game." But he goes on to say it was not done to disrespect anyone or offend. Of course, the main goal is to make the world semi-realistic. From some of our previous videos, we've seen people asking us to tone the Jiggle down, and some found it to be appropriate, so we wanted to find out what our community prefers. So what he's trying to say is people in other YouTube videos that they have uploaded about their game have commented saying, well, I don't like that there's too much breast physics in the game. And then some people will say, oh no, I like the breast physics in the game. So they have conflicting opinions presented to them, and now they were trying to reach out to the community for feedback. Their post probably had a little bit of tongue-in-cheek action. I mean, there really is nothing wrong with that. And if you're the CEO, you can say whatever you want about the game, and it's not like it wasn't a successful post. They have up to 1.5 million views on their post, which is probably more than they've gotten in a long time. It seems that just because they're controversial, now they're getting all of this attention, which in addition means they're also getting a bunch of negative attention. So this was his apology on Discord. Now people entered his Discord and started criticizing him, saying that it wasn't enough. From this person right here that says C with an eggplant, says it doesn't help y'all's case when someone from the Twitter account comments again on the same post asking people if they want to see it sped up to 150%, which implies it's just a joke to you all. So they were mad that Farm Folks was trying to make people laugh with a secondary post saying, does anyone want to see what 150% looks like? And these people got super offended, saying, how is this productive to game development? Seeing breasts bouncing at a rapid speed, just shame on all of you. So he's shaming the CEO, someone who apparently cares about the game, has been in this Discord channel since January 7th. But I see very little posts from this person, and it seems that they only came out to criticize what the CEO said. Now, the CEO was trying to defend himself, saying, look, I posted an apology, I tried to be genuine, but then this other person came in saying, I find it incredibly distressing that it appears you accidentally sent out a dog whistle to gamergaters. People in the tweets have already clocked as much, and instead of making a clear statement against that culture and frankly chastising your horrific mod team, you're hitting us with a sorry if you were offended, we just wanted to make beautiful things like bouncing boobs. So they're making baseless assumptions about this CEO and about the game now, trying to paint the game in a negative light. Quoting other people's tweets saying, you're just doing this for attention because of the Stellar Blade craze, there's no need for any movement for anything body related in a farming sim. So all these people are trying to tell this game developer how they need to make their game according to these people's views, not the creator's views. He says, I'm not pretending, I'm explaining the reasoning behind this. Our goal is not to over-sexualize our characters, it's the opposite. The goal is to achieve realistic physics physics and reactions to the world. We have ragdolls, we have inverse kinematics, hair moves and wind and so on. But they're like, no, will you address that this tweet has graciously giving you the benefit of the doubt? You're quickly losing. Accidentally stumbled into the middle of a giant culture war. So this person is acting completely unhinged off the bat, being disrespectful to the CEO, not taking his apologies seriously. And then this person adds on saying, but yet someone on your team commented on the post asking if people wanted to see it sped up even more. Make it make sense. And this Q person also acknowledges that it was a Discord in-joke. The whole 150% thing specifically directed at someone in Discord asking it to see it that way. And frankly, some adult in the room should have realized that's a joke that you can't take on main. So whatever you're saying in Discord, you can't bring it onto Twitter. So they go on to demand a second apology from this guy, but they don't want it on Discord. They want it on Twitter. They say, my question, will you make an official statement responding to the over 400 comments telling you that tweet was inappropriate? And do you understand its connections to the current harassment campaign spearheaded by Mark Kern currently? So this is all about Mark Kern and speaking out against his movement. And they're trying to use farm folks as a boost of engagement for the movement. They're trying to force this developer into an apology to make people like Mark Kern look bad for speaking out against censorship. So these pro-censorship geniuses are entering this Discord and making demands because of a cultural battle. That's what they're trying to do. And he says, of course, as I mentioned earlier, it was not our intention to hurt anyone with this post. But this person is being insane, saying, you understand I asked 2 questions and you answered neither of them. So even though he underlines this dev team isn't a Gamergate team, constantly referring back to his original apology, trying to be a nice guy about it, trying to be reasonable and explain things to them, they're just being unhinged, saying, I guess I'm finding it hard to believe this tweet was up 24 hours with hundreds of horrified responses and the CEO didn't even know Gamergate 2.0 was happening until it was pointed out here and still no statement, like you didn't notice your social media account's blowing up for a full day. What is wrong with you? Chill out. Someone has ruined over a year of goodwill you've accumulated and you don't seem that passionate about righting the misperception y'all are misogynist, ogling anime women, so I'm not even mad. I don't care enough to be. This game was too far out for me to have built enough excitement, but I do find it fascinating how you've responded. Now I'm kind of in watching a car accident mode. I don't even know what that means. So this person keeps going on and saying a bunch of things, coming up with a bunch of excuses why this apology doesn't make any sense. And this CEO in this Discord, who, from what I've seen, this Discord is a pretty calm Discord. They like good vibes, always talking about how they want to keep the vibes good and go back to talking about how cool the game is. But these people are in the Q&A section spamming this guy. This is the second time you've responded with no matter what I do, it's being thrown back at me, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're just throwing it back in this guy's face. And this person goes on to say, so breasts moving and bouncing around in a rapid speed is a joke. Do you see how this sort of statement could be perceived in a negative manner? You're telling a joke to an audience of 28,000 members when only maybe 100 people are privy to. Hopefully you see the issue now. So they keep going on and on and on. They're post after post. If you guys go into their Discord, and do not harass any of the actual members of this Discord, but if you do want to go into this Discord and either support the game or just take a look at the Q&A section from yesterday, you're going to see spamming after spamming after spamming the same exact people who don't care about the game and are being insanely disrespectful to the CEO and insulting the guy. Like when he says, I was clear about this, there will be a statement here and on X. And this is after they pressured him into writing an apology, saying exactly how the apology should be written. And then this person says, no, this is you being clear. There will be a statement. You haven't given me a clear answer outside of this now that your lack of clear answers is making things worse. Do not blame me for your clear inability to communicate to your audience. I asked thrice and you kept obfuscating. And the CEO's like, it seems like you're trying to find drama in every single word I post. I want to be honest and clear with you. Just latch to any word that I'm saying. I am honestly getting tired of you acting like a... So these people just who are not involved with the game, they think that they have control and that they can say whatever they want and that they can just attack these people and force them into apologizing. And look at this huge post. You aren't seeing the big issue here. This is talking to the CEO, someone who's apparently been in this Discord since January. You're not seeing the bigger picture. No one cares about the feature or that the feature is there. So then what's the problem? They're like, nobody cares about the actual Jiggle physics. It's that you posted about it. That's the problem. She says the problem is that a member of your team, because she's being accusatory and trying to make them look bad, posted a tweet asking the community what the breast Jiggle physics should be for a game that shouldn't even care about that in the first place. Who are you to decide what they can put and what they can't put in their game? And that's what people have a problem with when it comes to your post. But she says no need to make a post about it. So it's fine. The breast physics is fine. But because other people are talking about Stellar Blade and it's a catchy topic right now, you shouldn't have posted about it. If breast physics are not a problem in a game like you claim, then why is it that these people can't talk about it? They can't even talk about it in their own Discord, apparently. You are under the category of cozy farming sim. The issue is not breast physics. The issue is that this team decided that was a priority for a farming sim. None of them ever said anything like that, but apparently she got a bunch of likes for this. Kind of insane. But of course, they have to insult the CEO's intelligence and everybody else in the Discord. No matter how eloquently you explain it, somehow the only ones who don't get it are the CEO and mods. It doesn't matter that this guy posted an apology. It's not that they posted it in Discord. No. That's not enough. You have to post it on Twitter where most of the engagement happens. They need to see it. They need Mark Kern to see that apology so that they can stick it to gamers who've been pushing back against censorship. So that's what you have here. And I haven't even gone over the constant spamming they were dealing with before all of this. So the CEO and all of their people in Discord have been harassed since they've been posting this thing. And I have people in my comments, like you saw a bit ago, that have also been in the Discord seeing the exact same thing. So this is what sparked the apology. They said that they made the apology according to the demands that were made from these people who don't even care about the game. And it's not just people in their Discord who are demanding apologies. We had Black Girl Gamers do the exact same thing. They went onto this post, they jumped on it like a tiger, and they said, this ain't it. And that's what happens when you have Sweet Baby Inc. likes like Black Girl Gamers who go into a video game and change it from the inside out and basically ruin it and cause studios to shut down. This is exactly how consultancy agencies like Black Girl Gamers work. They go into a game that's already established and has good ideas, and then it says, well, this is not a good idea. That's not a good idea. You need to change this. You need to change that. This ain't it. And that's what Black Girl Gamers said in response to their Jiggle physics post. And of course, Savvy responded saying, oh, do you not like games changed to include other demographics? Interesting. And Black Girl Gamers responded saying, if you actually looked at the work we've done over the years rather than just internalizing libel, you'd realize this is a stupid tweet. Catch this block. Unwilling to catch a conversation as usual, Black Girl Gamers is just blocking everybody, but then they double down. They have to say even more about this because they feel like the Farm Folks debacle is their new spearheaded movement that they have to tackle and correct, because that's what these consulting agencies do. They take fun and they remove it at every turn, regardless of if it makes them look like a bunch of hypocrites. They said a lot of gaming studios may have good intentions for features, but lack PR so that their intentions are misunderstood and can come off questionable at the very least. This is why understanding the market, femme gamers in particular in this instance, is key. Focus groups plus PR can really help. If you're posting something sensitive to a key demographic for your game, you should seek to speak to that audience first at the very least, because to be fair, PR can be expensive. We literally did a focus group last weekend and the feedback was super helpful. So why is it that Black Girl Gamers and all of these other haters are going after Stellar Blade so hard if one of the key focuses of PR is to appeal to the audience that game is being presented to? So before making a funny joke about jiggle physics in a game about a farm simulator, you have to first ask the audience if it's okay to post the joke, because you might offend a pocket of people who don't even care about your game and would never buy or play it. And Black Girl Gamers is going way too far with it. They're reposting posts about it from other people now in regards to that Farm Sim Games boob tweet. It would be less creepy if it wasn't pointed out. Obviously, it's a natural thing and looks normal in game, but with the climate in games right now, meaning all of the conversation around Stellar Blade and jiggle physics in that game, there was a specific reason they posted it. So these guys are mind readers. They know exactly what the intent of these developers were, to just get a bunch of attention, and that's why it's so wrong. And this other person went on a rant in their own post that Black Girl Gamers reposted, because that's what Black Girl Gamers do. That's what they said they were going to do. They want to change how people perceive gaming. They said they want to do this, and that is what we are seeing in action. The truth about this Discord is that these people seem pretty chill. They seem to really care about their game, and they're pretty active in talking to people about it. But when these people come into their Discord and start attacking them relentlessly, and these guys did get attacked a bunch yesterday, it's no surprise that they caved, because it seems that they're not used to this kind of negative rhetoric and being overwhelmed by it so quickly. So from what I see, they posted an apology because they were being pressured from within their own Discord after already trying to apologize internally. So they didn't even intend to put a Twitter post out there, but because these freaks came into their Discord and started screaming at them incessantly, calling them fake, calling them liars, and insulting them, saying that they're trying to deceive their player base and whatnot. They felt pressured and they put out an apology that of course seems half-baked. And this was due to just like a small group of people. I mean, the people who liked that one person's huge post, it was like 29 people who liked it. So based on a very, very minuscule group of people, this apology was formulated and they bent the knee to a bunch of cancel pigs. But again, these people are all on the same side. The people in their Discord, Sweet Baby Inc., Black Girl Gamers, they all jump onto these posts to bring these developers down to their level, try to ruin all of their great ideas because they're so worried that everybody in the world is going to be offended at a tongue-in-cheek post that actually got a lot of traction. It was a great PR move for their game because it got a lot of people to join their Discord and actually ask questions about it. But they're all offended because some of the people who commented on their Twitter posts said some inappropriate things, and now that's the developer's fault? I mean, this is insane stuff, guys. This CEO, who doesn't seem like a troublemaker, was just being harassed up the wazoo yesterday, and I saw some people on social media insulting this game developer when all evidence points to them just being overwhelmingly harassed in their own comfort zone. It was insane to read all of those crazy things, and you guys have seen some of those crazy things today. This is why it's so important not to bend the knee to the mob, why it's so important to push back against this nonsense, because people who are innocent and do not deserve to be in this fight, when they're just trying to make a nice little farm game, they're pulled into the Gamergate situation with a bunch of people who hate Mark Kern for no reason at all. They hate Grums, hate gamers, and then they announce it, talking about incel gamers, right-wingers, and all of this nonsense, making everything political. This is the kind of thing that we're trying to stop. This is the kind of thing that we need to prevent. Do not bend the knee. If you stand by the things that you say and do, people will respect it, and you'll get a lot more people in support of you than people who hate you. And that is all I've got for you guys in this video today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you haven't had the chance to like it and share it with your friends, that would be awesome. And hey, if you're feeling ultra spicy, consider subscribing to my channel so that you're always up to date on what kind of thing I've got going on. I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Later. Meow meow.